Hi dear viewers, welcome to another video from Display Repair. In this video we'll be talking about a very specific problem that I didn't find lots of information on the internet on how to solve it, so I decided to make a video about that problem. It is a problem with the throttle body, so with this part on the Skoda Fabia Mark 1, like you see behind me. It's made in 2005. It has the 1.4 16 valve 101 brake horsepower engine. It's a petrol engine, and these engines are also used in lots of Volkswagen models of the same generation, in Seats, in some Audis, and so on. So if you come across this kind of problem, I think this video should help. Stay tuned.
DisplayRepair.com. Be sure to visit us at our website DisplayRepair.com, where you can find more useful car and driving tips.
Before we start, I would just like to recommend, if you have throttle body problems on your car, whether you drive a Skoda or not, we have a series of videos about throttle body problems, how to clean a throttle body, how to replace it, how to reset a throttle body with or without an OBD tool, and other videos that can give you information on how to recognize and what to do if you have a failed throttle body on your car. So again, even if you don't drive a Skoda or a Volkswagen Group car of this generation, perhaps the videos can help. For anybody who is asking themselves where is the location of the throttle body on this engine, I'll just show it from here. I hope you don't mind. I'm sitting on a chair because I have some knee problems. So the throttle body is located here under this big air box near the battery. Okay, this is the location. So on the driver's side, this is a left-hand drive car. On the driver's side, right under here, is the throttle body of the car. Now, what is so specific regarding the Skoda and the throttle body problem on this engine? Well, first of all, when the throttle body problems start, you can't recognize the problem, or it's very hard to deduct that the throttle body is the problem. In what way? Well, for instance, I had the situation where when I connected an OBD tool, it showed a bad map sensor, it showed a bad O2 sensor, and there were, I think, a couple of other errors regarding that. Now, if you were to think things through, you'd maybe get to the conclusion that the throttle body is the problem. But, it's a long shot, and I think nobody can conclude that that's the problem in that phase. I'll be talking about that later. The second specific thing is that when the throttle body fails, the gas pedal response is finished, okay? There is no gas pedal response. You press the gas pedal, nothing happens. I'll be also talking about that later. And the car is dead in the water. And if you do not know how to do a certain thing and reset it on the spot, you can virtually tow the car. You can't do anything with it. So as you can see, a throttle body problem on this engine is a very serious one and a very big one, and knowing what to do on time comes in very handy. Now I'll tell you what the symptoms were from the beginning to the end. First of all, there was the famous check engine light. Now this check engine light appeared in a very long interval in the beginning. So it was like every 3 months it would appear for no obvious reason. But as the problem got worse, those intervals were shorter. The symptoms were much like when you get a bad batch of fuel or when an air leak appears, nothing serious, and the car was totally drivable. The next symptom was a jerky pedal response. Now, the Skoda, like many of the same generation Volkswagen cars, has a drive-by-wire system where the throttle body is connected to the gas pedal with wires instead of a cable, So from the gas pedal sensor to the throttle body comes a cable in here, which moves cogs in here, which then move this big butterfly valve here, and that's how the car accelerates. I'm not a big fan of it personally. It has a specific kind of response, but never mind that. What happened is that when you press the gas pedal, there was this sort of jolt, and it was not big, it was barely noticeable, but it was there. Also, besides that, there was a slight delay when you press the gas pedal in reaction. Again, it was not big, but it was there. It was I don't know, I'm just gonna say it like this, it was under a second. You press the gas pedal, you start releasing the clutch, and there is this noticeable delay. Very annoying. The last symptom, and this was before the total collapse and the throttle body totally failed, is that 3 dashboard warning lights come up. That is the check engine light, the ASR light, and the EPC light. For those who don't know, the ASR light on these cars is a sign that the stability system is not working. Now the ASR it's called the poor man's ESP. You know, it's a sort of quasi-stability system that the Skoda has, and that light comes up if there's something wrong with that. Besides that, the EPC light comes on usually when there is some sort of electrical problem. So those 3 lights come up: the check engine light, the ASR light, and the EPC light. And finally, the last most scary symptom is that limp mode kicks in, and in case of the Skoda, the gas pedal response totally ceases to exist. So the engine continues working at about 1500 RPMs, that was at least in my case, and when you press the gas pedal, absolutely nothing happens. And the car is dead in the water. Now, you can only imagine how frightening a situation like that is. When this problem happened to me, I was 30 or 40 kilometers away from home. I was with my family, and all of a sudden, these 3 dashboard warning lights come up, and I lose gas pedal response in the middle of driving and traffic. Because there is no fail-safe system, you know, the best thing you can do is to pull over, which I did. And now I come to the point of this part of the video. If you were, God forbid, in this kind of situation, you can do 2 things. The first thing is to try and turn off the car completely. So pull to the side of the road, turn on the emergency lights, you know, make sure you're safely away from the road, and turn off the car. Wait for, let's say, 3 or 4 minutes after that, and try to start the car again. If the throttle body still responds, there is a good chance that it will reset and that you can continue driving with caution. But the better option is to take off the minus battery clamp on the battery. So don't take off the positive clamp, but take off the minus battery clamp. When you do this, you will make the so-called hard reset to the car's computer and to the throttle body, and again, this may temporarily help you to get to your destination and then start solving the problem. In my case, the hard reset helped me. Turning off the car didn't, but the hard reset did, so I recommend this. Where I would avoid doing this is on newer cars. Okay, this is an older car, so the car's computer and everything else are not that sensitive to taking off the clamp. If you drive a newer car with a start-stop system and with lots of electronics and everything else, I would avoid this. In that case, you're just going to have to wait for the tow service. Finally, how did I solve the problem? Well, I went and bought a new throttle body and replaced it, and to knock on wood, for the last 2 years, I've had no problems whatsoever. One more thing I must mention is that I also tried to clean the throttle body. As all of us, I tried to save myself some money because it's a pricey part, but also to get that possibility out of the way. And to be honest, it did not help. So I took the throttle body off, cleaned it, returned it, made a test drive, and it was the same problem. But on this part, if you drive some other type of car that doesn't have these kinds of symptoms and problems, cleaning the throttle body is well worth the try. We've made a video about this, how I clean this throttle body, and it's pretty easy to do on most cars, and again, it may help. So the point is to clean the upper, but more important, the lower part on the butterfly valve on the throttle body, and to release the shaft and the butterfly valve from any kind of grime and soot that may appear over time. Again, I must mention that buying a new throttle body, it's a pretty expensive part, and you have to think twice before doing it, especially since there are, again, no actual signs that the throttle body is the problem. If you were new to all this, and if you were to connect an OBD tool, I must mention this again, you'd change the O2 sensor, then you would change the map sensor, and that wouldn't help in any way, okay? The problem would be the same. So, you know, a very tricky problem. What was my conclusion? What was the culprit of the whole problem? And I'm telling you this from, you know, my personal experience, so take it or leave it. I think the problem was essentially this black box here on the throttle body, okay? There's not there's nothing else to be faulty on the throttle body. Here is just mechanics. There's a butterfly valve connected to the box and so on. But the culprit of the problem was this. Inside of this box here, there is a set of cogs, and under it, if I'm not mistaken, if I've seen properly, is a stamped circuit board under it, and the cogs and the circuit board are connected with, I think, graphite contacts. And when the throttle body gets the signal from the gas pedal here, these cogs and the contacts turn inside and turn this butterfly valve. The problems start when these contacts wear out over time, which is the case in this car has 210,000 kilometers. It's time for them to wear out. When they do wear out, they cause an electrical problem, which then confuses the car's computer. The car goes into limp mode and the gas pedal response is lost. This is what I think happened. So my recommendation on this part is to definitely buy a new throttle body. Know that this part is very expensive, a couple of €100 at least, especially if you want to buy the original, not the replacement part. What can I say? It's a bit risky to buy the part, especially since, when you connect the OBD tool, you see that there is a faulty map sensor, a faulty O2 sensor, and this can lead you on changing those parts and not achieving anything, So again, this is all from my experience. When you see this and when you lose the gas pedal response, change the throttle body and you won't make a mistake. So, dear viewers, that's it for this time. I hope this video helps. This is one car problem on the Skodas that is pretty rare, but when it happens, again, it is very hard to diagnose. And what's even worse, it's very hard to diagnose it on time, which is more important in this case. So if you come across this problem, hopefully you'll find this video and spare yourself from a lot of problems and worries. Please like and subscribe. It's a huge help for what we're doing. If you find the time, watch our other videos where I think you'll find some useful tips on car maintenance, driving, and other car-related topics. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your time, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.